On Saturday, Wapello County veterans gathered to be wrapped with love and appreciation, literally. It all started with an anonymous thank you note to a veteran in a Walmart parking lot.
That little scrap of paper, it truly was a God thing. That little scrap of paper, and it just snowballed. It snowballed from me putting it on Facebook to thank that anonymous person, to you contacting me, Catherine contacting me wanting to give me a Quilt of Valor, and me saying, I know a lot more veterans.
Deb Fenton Rowe received the note back in February, and after reaching out to her myself and doing a story, the Quilts of Valor contacted Fenton Rowe wanting to give her a special quilt. Little did they know they'd be honoring 9 other Wapello County veterans.
It is such a great honor, but the bigger honor is seeing the older veterans receive theirs. That was my biggest honor today.
Receiving a Quilt of Valor is more than just getting a pretty quilt. Each stitch is created special.
The top of the quilt, with its many colors and shapes and fabrics, represents the communities and the individuals we are. The batting is the center of the quilt, and it represents the hope that this quilt will bring warmth, comfort, peace, and healing to the person who receives it. And the backing of the quilt is its strength. It holds the many pieces of the quilt together. It represents the strength of the recipient, their faith in God and in themselves, as well as their faith in their family and their community.
The Quilts of Valor all began after a mother, Catherine Roberts, had a vision of her son alone at war.
She had a vision of her son who was sitting in despair on a cot, and her vision was that he would be covered with a quilt and his despair would fade away.
Now, 10 Wapello County veterans will always be reminded of the time they were wrapped with their Quilt of Valor.
And my quilt is going to hang proudly in my living room.
In Ottumwa, Tasha Turner, KTVO.